Hey everybody, a Retro Geek Dad here, back with another toy review. This time we're looking at the Masters of the Universe Origins Thunder Punch He-Man. Pretty excited about this figure. Thunder Punch He-Man is one of my favorite versions of He-Man, so I'm really excited about this one. But we're going to do a package walkthrough. We're going to open them up and check out the figure, articulation, accessories, and everything. So stay tuned, and we're going to check this out together. Okay, so we're going to take a quick look at the packaging. So this is Thunder Punch He-Man. And right here at the top, we do have our Snake Man logo. So this is from the Snake Man kind of wave. We've got a gold power sword here, his Thunder Punch shield, a fist kind of punching effect. Excuse me. This is a deluxe figure, so it does have a lot more accessories than a normal figure does. We do have a mini comic in the back, and oh, it's unpunched, so let me fix that. There we go. So on the back, so we do have a really cool picture here. So these are some of the Snake Man kind of like infantry, but they're in the Horde armor. So you know, you punch and they just fall apart. But we do have figures of these coming out. They just announced them. So those are coming. And of course we have Eternia here at the background with the monorail and everything going around. Over here we have where you can attach the Thunder Punch effect. You pull back his fist and he makes a snap sound. So I'm excited to see that because the original vintage one used the little caps. Over here we have the Snake Man. It's kind of an introduction to the Snake Man here. King Hiss, Ratlore, Cobra Khan, Thunder Punch He-Man, Snake Armor He-Man, and Bolt Man from the Sun Man line. We have all of our legal stuff. And then over here at the bottom, we do have our UPC code. So there is that. I'm pretty excited about this one. I'm real interested to see how the Thunder Punch feature works, because it does advertise that it makes a POW sound. So we're going to check that out and we're going to see how it looks. So stay tuned. Okay, so let's go ahead and open up Thunder Punch He-Man. Raise up the camera some so we can get a good picture. Okay, so we do have our shield here. It looks like it's like the vac metal. Pretty shiny and reflective. And we do have our Thunder Punch He-Man power sword. Now this is gold. I think the vintage was gold too. I'm pretty sure the vintage was gold. I'll have to double check that. And just real quick, so the power sword does fit in there like that. Just like that. So I know in the vintage one we had a, the pop cap would fit in there. There is our punch feature. That goes over his hand. And we have our mini comic, Heart of the Snake. Quick flip through there. And the rest of the line. And then we have our pieces that come apart. So that's interesting. The only parts that come off are the boots, the hands, and the head. So none of the rest of it's removable. So that's interesting. Let's go ahead and get Thunder Punch He-Man out. So we don't have, there's no rubber bands or anything. Or no, I take that back. We have tabs here at the hands. Pop those off real quick. So here is our Thunder Punch He-Man. Really cool. Like I said, this was one of my favorite versions of He-Man. So let's go ahead and see if we can't get that. Okay. So you can hear kind of a clicking noise. See if I can. Okay. And then, so it does make a kind of some kind of noise. It's allotted to being like maybe crunching a Coke can. But, there is a sound, so that's good. Articulation, so, of course we have the head moves, arms move. Of course, with this one, the arms do not come off, but the hands do. So elbows, wrist, rocker on the wrist. Now the waist does not turn except for, that. So it does not turn the other way. With the legs, your standard MOTU origins movement with the legs. So pretty cool. Take a look at the back. So the back does come off. Let's go ahead and take that off. Because on the vintage one, the back didn't come off because you would open it and put the little snap pop cap in there and close it. I do have the originals in storage somewhere, unfortunately. See if we can get this off. Messing it up. Okay, there we go. Just takes a little finessing. Okay, so it's completely hollow, and then on the back we have that's where the sound would come out, and there is some kind of piece of metal in there. There is something striking it, so I would be interested to see what mechanism they're using on the inside. But it is interesting that they were able to do this without using the pops or anything like that and still, produce a sound. So that is really cool. I do like that. Let's get this back on. So, yeah, this particular armor does remind me of the vintage with how much of a pain it was to get on. So there's your throwback Easter egg with how hard the armor is to get on. So pretty cool. Let's check them out with the Thunder Punch effect. So that just kind of pushes on his fist there. Of course, you can rotate however you want. That's pretty cool. And then we have so we only have the one hand that's open. The power sword will fit in, and the fist, we don't really have a hand to hold the fist. So I'm guessing we have to use something kind of like that there. So I feel like the shield isn't very, what's the word? Conventional, I guess would be the word. It would have been nice to have another hand put in, a grabbing hand, since that we can pop the hands off. But if you have a spare grabbing hand for another He-Man or another figure, I suppose you could use that. But otherwise we have that. So here is our Thunder Punch He-Man. Pretty cool figure. I'm glad that they were able to incorporate some kind of, mechanism that makes the sound. Kind of reminds me of the novelty features that the vintage figures had. That's really cool. So yeah, pretty cool figure. I would have liked to have seen maybe a grabbing hand for the shield. The shield to me kind of feels like an afterthought almost, just because it's not very conventional. It would have been cool to see like the little cap maybe somehow incorporated into this as kind of a throwback to the vintage line. You know, just because that was the purpose for the shield, was to hold a cap. But other than that, it's a really cool figure. He'll probably be displayed without the shield. But yeah, really cool figure. Just those few little gripes. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we will catch you again soon.